We are officially 6 months out from my wedding, and so I thought it was probably about time for me to try to do a run through of my makeup since I will be doing it by myself. So I partnered with Charlotte Tilbury to do a little makeup run through with you guys and talk a little bit about my wedding. For my makeup, I wanted to make sure that this look is flawless, that it photographs well, and that it lasts me all night. So if you guys want to see how I got this look and steps I took to achieve my goals, let's go ahead and hop into it. Okay, so the first thing I'm obviously going to be starting off with is priming my skin. I am going to be starting off with the Charlotte Tilbury Magic Cream. I rub it together to kind of get the product warmed up onto my skin, and then I apply it onto nice clean skin in an upwards sweeping motion. And I like this because it creates the perfect base for makeup. It literally plumps your skin up and makes it look luminous, dewy, and hydrated. I know this is used on a lot of celebrities before award shows, and so on a special day like my wedding, I wanna make sure my skin is nice and healthy looking. This to me is like the most important step of makeup, is to nail down your base and make sure your skin is prepped and ready to go. Then I usually like to take this time to give my skin a little bit of a facial massage. You guys know me. I'm all about facial massages because I find that they make my skin look a lot less congested. It helps bring down like puffiness under the eyes, and it just brings some blood flow to the skin. As you can see, like I'm starting to flush a little bit, which is good for the skin to do. I just tap in the rest of the product just to also give my skin a little bit of extra stimulation. This is the Tilbury tap, which I learned on Charlotte Tilbury's Instagram. And I don't know if you guys can see how much more plumped and moisturized my skin looks. I'll give you guys a little before and after. And I personally love this look. I feel like it makes you look more youthful, looks healthier. And so for something like my wedding day, I wanna make sure that I have a little bit of life to my skin because that's just what I tend to gravitate towards. So this is definitely something I will most likely be using on my wedding day. And it not only like helps my makeup look nicer, but it also lasts longer because it gives it a little something to grip to. And because it smooths out my skin, I find that like my foundation, my concealer, powder, whatever I plan on applying afterwards doesn't collect in like dry areas of my skin. It just gives it a nice smooth canvas. Now, if you're curious about picking up the Magic Cream from Charlotte Tilbury, they do have 3 different sizes available. This one is actually the 50 ml, but they do have a 30 ml available and a 150 ml. And I'll go ahead and put links down in the description box below for this product because like I said, if you have like a special event coming up, I know Mother's Day is coming up, which would be a really nice gift for any of the women that you love in your life, I would definitely recommend this. Okay, so like I said, the skin prep for me is the most important part of creating a makeup look for my wedding day. And speaking of Charlotte Tilbury, as I was kind of looking for inspiration for like makeup looks I wanted to use or like natural glam types of looks that'll photograph really well, I basically just scoured Charlotte Tilbury's Instagram and looked at all the different makeup looks she's done because I really feel like I gravitate towards her like glam, natural, old school Hollywood type of look. So I actually picked some inspo pictures from her Instagram. I'm gonna try. I'll be using the Magical Way Liquid Concealer. I use the shade number 4 Fair Pale, and I'm just gonna actually put it on my entire eye area. I did opt for something that was a shade lighter than my skin tone because I just wanted to like give my eyes like a brighter looking effect. Okay, so I feel like this palette has a lot of the eyeshadows that I would probably gravitate towards for a wedding type look. It is a Super Nudes Easy Eye Palette. I'm gonna start off with this nude here, and I'm just applying this all over where I applied that concealer just to really highlight my eyelid. I think I'm gonna go a little bit warmer on my skin tone because I just think that looks a lot better, especially in pictures versus going too cool toned with my makeup. So I'm actually gonna use this shade over here. Now, even though it is my wedding day, I don't wanna get too crazy smoky with my makeup. Like I still want it to look like a little bit glam natural. I still want to look like myself. That's like my main goal. So I'm going to take this color here in the palette that has a little bit of shimmer to it, and I'm going to kind of blend that out on the outer V and also kind of bring it in like halfway on my eyelid just to give it a little bit more dimension and smoke it out a little bit. Okay, I'm liking where this is going, so I'm gonna go ahead and do this on my other eye. Okay, so I finished my eyeshadow. I'm gonna go ahead and just finish my eyes off camera because I can never talk while I'm doing my eyeliner, my mascara, and I'm also gonna be applying a pair of false lashes. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that and I will be right back. Okay, so I'm back with my eye makeup done and I'm gonna go ahead and move on to my foundation. So for my foundation, I'm gonna be using the Airbrush Flawless Foundation. I use the shade for Neutral and I'm just gonna be using this on top of the Magic Cream that has had now a bit of time to kind of soak into my skin. So I personally don't think you need a ton of foundation for your wedding day. Personally for me, I don't like feeling like I have a mask of foundation on my skin. I just wanna like cover, give a little bit of evenness to my skin tone, and then conceal any redness or any imperfections that I might be experiencing. But since you're wearing foundation and you're wearing your makeup for like a very, very long time on your wedding day, I feel like less is more. There's less issues and less chances for your makeup to go awry. Now I'm gonna go back in with a teeny tiny bit of concealer and just hit some spots that I feel like need a tiny bit of extra concealing. So as far as wedding planning goes, I will admit I don't consider myself the type of person who has been like planning my wedding for my entire life. Like honestly, I think weddings are beautiful and I'm looking forward to mine, but at the same time, it's not something that has like occupied a lot of space in my mind for my whole life. And so I was a little intimidated because of that, but honestly, I feel like because I've been working ahead of time and maybe I'm just like overestimating my abilities and I'm sure I'll get a little bit more stressed out when I get closer to the wedding date, I feel pretty good. Like I feel like I've definitely done a lot of the things that I need to take care of out this far in advance, like booking vendors. So I have like the food, alcohol, DJ, lighting. I have my dress ordered and I'm having that custom made through a shop on Etsy. So fingers crossed that turns out good. But I did, like I said, order it way ahead of time. So I'll have time to like troubleshoot in case it's not quite what I'm hoping for. And then also as far as flowers go, that's something else that I have been working ahead of time because I'm definitely gonna need it. Regarding the flower situation, I am gonna be like doing a mix of both real florals and also solo wood florals. So I have been testing my arrangement skills by going to like Trader Joe's and buying a couple mixes and trying to like arrange them together. I'll go ahead and pop a picture up on screen somewhere so you guys can see like my practice run, but kind of something along those veins. Obviously come closer to the day, I'll have more flowers to work with and like more greenery and things, but I feel like I'm capable of doing it. And like I said, I'm also doing a mix of solo wood flowers. So I think I'm gonna be doing like real flowers for the centerpieces. And then for everything else, I'll be doing solo wood flowers so I can work on those way ahead of time. And solo wood flowers are something that kind of blew my mind when I started researching like how to do your own florals. And I just can't believe that like you get such beautiful flowers for the price you pay and also that they last a very long time. So like I said, you can work in advance with them. And I will say they're not like dupes for real flowers. Like they don't completely fool you, but like in pictures and if you're not gonna be like touching them, they look great. Like I think there's still a beautiful effect that they give. And honestly for me, like flowers and those types of things are always gonna be beautiful. So I feel like they're kind of hard to mess up. I'm also not a very picky bride, so maybe that also has a lot to do with all of this. I will apply a teeny tiny bit of powder just really under my eyes to keep it from creasing. I smile and so it'll make little lines, but if I put a little bit of like a super finely milled powder just right on top of that, it doesn't crease for me. So I'll be using the Airbrush Flawless Finish. I use the shade 2 medium and I'm just gonna take a little tapered brush and just very lightly apply a thin layer of this like under my eyes. And I kind of stretch my skin out as I do it and I just do that. Again, I don't get crazy with the powder because I want to get that glow from the Magic Cream. Just a teeny tiny bit of powder and I can always take that with me. If I feel like I need to retouch up on that, I can do so. This like powder is super compact. You can see that. That'll like slip in a pocket practically. So for my blush, I'm gonna opt for something that is cream. I just feel most comfortable with cream and I'm gonna go with something that is just like a nice baby pink color. Then I'll be taking some colors from the Nudegasm face palette. I like this because it's a very easy to use product. I'll be using a little bit of this lighter bronze color, which is the Soft Sculpt, and I'm just going to just very lightly add a teeny tiny bit of contour to my face because again, I don't want this to be like an overt contour, but I do want a little bit of definition on my face, again, in pictures or just throughout the day, so I don't look just so one-dimensional. So just a little bit of that. And I'm really gonna blend that into my blush that I just applied. Then I'm also gonna use that highlight color in here, and I like it because it's a really, really finely milled highlight. It actually, you really can't see where it starts on the skin because it's fairly subtle, and it's just gonna level up that glow that I have from the Magic Cream without looking like, again, overt highlight. Now for my lips, this might change as I get closer to the day, but I am probably gonna wear something like a little bit more on the nude side because, again, I just feel like it's timeless. It's like a My Lips But Better type of look. So I'm just gonna go ahead and line my lips with Pillow Talk. This is the Lip Cheat. So I'm using the shade Runway Royalty because I feel like this nude is very flattering on like my yellowy, warm undertone because it has a little bit more of like a peachiness to it versus some other nudes that have more of like a pink undertone. Pink nudes are so hard for me to find good ones, so I just stick to peach nudes. I feel like they're pretty safe for my skin tone, but this is pretty much the look I think I'm gonna go for my wedding. I mean, of course, it'll probably change here and there, but this is the general idea. So I'm actually gonna go hop off. I'm gonna go like style my hair a little bit so we can get a better idea of what the whole aesthetic is going to look like, and I'll be right back. Okay, so now that I have my hair done, we have a better idea of what the look will look like. I don't know if I'm gonna do an updo. I'll most likely wear my hair down, but what is going on here? This is what we're working with right now. I'm definitely gonna have to practice my hair a bit for the wedding because that's actually the part that I'm not quite as confident in. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed kind of hanging out with me, going through my wedding makeup. If you guys have any feedback, please leave it in the comment section down below, as well as check out the Magic Cream from Charlotte Tilbury. I'll go and put the link down in the description box below, as well as some of the other products that I used in this video. So I hope, as always, you guys are happy and healthy, and don't forget to rate, comment, subscribe, share with your friends and family, hit that notification bell, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys! My solo wood flowers I just stamped, aren't they pretty? I still have to like soften them and color some of them, but I kind of like the cream. Have you guys used these before? I just thought they were so handy. How pretty are those? Look at me, I'm a bride. That's crazy to think.